South Park, the show that every minute has a moment that would cause a field day on Twitter today, of course, has an episode about making fun of Pokemon. But of course, to do it, they needed to create their Pokemon designs of their own. And of course, just as you would expect, these designs are absolutely hilarious. So why not actually try and turn these designs into actual Pokemon? So that's exactly what I'm doing today. And thanks to my skills at Pokemon Spriting, we're gonna turn them into Gen 5 animated sprites. And without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Since this was the first one, there was something I needed to figure out first. How am I going to adapt them into the Gen 5 style? Well, the solution was changing the perspective, and after that everything worked out itself. For the colors I adjusted the palette a bit and made the colors more saturated. But the animation, I looked for inspirations such as Magikarp to get a more authentic feel. In the end, it turned out pretty great. Take a look for yourself. Wouldn't be a half-bad regional Magikarp. From the simplistic style to now we got Accountafish, the first one in our collection. But now let's move on and complete the set with the next one, Chu-Chu Nezumi. Now that I got the formula down, I had a simpler time getting the design off the ground. Although the original is pretty saturated, I toned down the colors a bit to match the off-putting look. For the animation, I went for the simple movements, only to blink with each eye separately. Then went over the frames and I polished it with the inspirations from Sanchuru's movement. So, was the spoopiness worth it? So, which nightmare did you jump out of? In my opinion, simple yet effective. And just like that, we get another addition to the collection. But time to move on to something more spicy, Roidrat. After tallying up the spriting times, Roidrat easily took the longest, clocking in at 2 hours and 20 minutes to create. But to be honest, 101% worth it. I made multiple layers for easier animating, sculpting this peak physique like my life depends on it, only to create the most cracked out rat that even youngster Joey would absolutely love like his own child. It's perfect. Well, who's the contrarian that's going to say this isn't the best one? Well, it's a fine addition to the collection anyways. And let's move on to probably the mascot of Chinpokomon, Lambtron. Quick interruption, I recently opened channel memberships where you can get daily updates, sprites straight from me and videos just for members, while also having other cool stuff. Be sure to check it out, back to the video. So, do you want to know what's the best way to waste your time with creating animated sprites? Creating the animation with no previous planning about how you wanted to move. After fumbling around for a bit, I scrapped the animation and redo it. But in the end, in my humble opinion, I still think it turned out nicely. I wonder if the arm cannon will have anything to do with the result? Cool, about to be mugged by a Lambtron. Even though it's probably the simplest, it still deserves a spot in the collection. But now to something a bit more unique, it's Sna-kat. Except Roidrat, Sna-kat had the most changes I added to the design due to how the cats look in South Park. Also, the special thing with this design is the unique properties of the body, which are something similar to Scraggy's pants, that I usually always struggle to animate. So to make this a bit easier for myself, I decided to make it look like the cat wants to move around, but forgets it can't. Okay, how does the cat have a snake tongue? With probably the most unique design, Sna-kat goes into the collection as well. And finally, it's time for the last one, the one you've been foaming at the mouth for. It's time for the People's Champion, Chu! Now calm down folks, let me tell you the process first, it really wasn't that simple. I took the art for the best design ever, replicated it in the sprite style and made it more saturated, then with some simple movements completed the animation and the whole thing in 40 minutes. Wait, that's what I actually wrote? Well, I guess sometimes you create masterpieces by not even trying. So, is it an actual shoe, or is it a Pokemon, or Yo, not even gonna lie, those are some mighty fine shoes I'll gladly take for the collection. But, for now, let's look at a little quick recap. Well, thanks for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed this, since this was the most effort I've put in any sort of these type of videos. And of course let me know what is your favorite one out of the bunch I made. Well, that's it. Now be sure to check out other videos of mine and stay tuned.